Well, thanks for that, Destiny. We have team coverage all morning long for you. We'll be tracking this storm. Lauren Oleski is in the Weather Center right now with a look at Hermine's path. Destiny Chance actually just walked back to the traffic center. She is watching the roads for us. And our Courtney King is out in an area right now that could potentially see a lot of rain, which is why we're going to check in with her live right now. She's out at the Gills Creek Dam. Still pretty dark out there, Courtney, but what are they in for today?
Well, Britt, I actually drew the short stick here out in the rain. It's very wet, as I can tell you. There are actually puddles everywhere. If you were out here and you could see, there's puddles all along the road. I mean, it is very dark, so we'll try to get you a visual of the puddles as the sun comes up and it gets a little bit lighter. Now, as Lauren Oleski was saying, it is raining. It's been steadily raining, and it's going to all day. Now, if we remember during the floods, the dams were a huge concern. There were many dam breaches, and that's a concern today. So DHEC actually has some tips for you if you live near a dam or if you are a dam owner. So we'll get you those tips right now. They want to ensure that all spillways are clear and functioning properly so that water can pass safely through. You'll remember numerous dams broke because those spillways weren't clear. Now, the National Weather Service said that dams weakened from those floods, and those may be more vulnerable to the forecasted rains. Now, Hermine's rainfalls estimates range from 3 to 6 inches, with more isolated areas receiving more. And as officials monitor Hermine, business owners in flood-prone areas are making sure they don't fall victim to floodwaters. The South Carolina Emergency Management Division is keeping a close eye on Hermine as it heads towards South Carolina. Officials say they are ready. Officials say they are ready to respond to the storm. As it threatens the state.
You know, you need to be prepared for disaster situations, whether it's flood, wind, ice storms, whatever it is, and you need to be personally prepared, have a personal plan, have 3 days of food and water at your house.
In terms of status, Virginia, North Carolina, New Jersey,
and we will be here all morning live, monitoring the situation, letting you know what it's like outside. And I can tell you it's very wet. It's going to be raining all day. I've got my rubber rain boots on. I'm head to toe in rain gear right now. There are puddles everywhere. And as it gets lighter outside, we'll kind of give you a live look of what it does look like outside, so it makes some sense to Lauren Oleski's forecast and Destiny's Chance, her road updates. So that way you can kind of figure out what's going on. But don't leave the house without some rubber rain boots or a raincoat, because you're going to get drenched in rain. Britt, back to you in studio.
Thanks for that, Destiny. Well, all morning long, we are bringing you team coverage as we track this tropical storm. Lauren Oleski is in the Weather Center. As you saw, Destiny's keeping an eye on traffic for us as well. She'll be doing that for the rest of the morning. Our Courtney King has been out at different areas that are seeing some flooding, some puddling at this point. And right now she's in the Gills Creek area. And Courtney, what is the issue out there?
Well, Britt and Freddie, my friends in studio, first of all, I'm happy that you guys get to stay dry, because as soon as you come outside, you are going to be soaked with water. Myself, our photographer, Phil Johnson, we have just been getting hit with water nonstop since we've been out here. Now, the rain was actually really heavy a few minutes ago, and it's a little bit better now. It's still raining. One thing for concerns, there are puddles everywhere. Now, alongside Garner's Ferry Road, along the road close to the sidewalk, there are just puddles everywhere, just like long stretches of water. So as you're driving, definitely take some precautions. Don't speed, be careful, because there's pretty much a layer of water almost already there, and I can imagine it will only get worse as more rain comes. Now, one of the big concerns here, of course, the dams that were breached in last year's historic floods. Now, DHEC, SEMD, they're all monitoring the situation. They're going to let us know what we can do to be safe, what to do better here now. But the one thing we can tell you, the spillways are the biggest cause for concern. What caused some of that flooding last year, those were not cleared out. So what people have been doing, dam owners, people that live near dams, the big concern is making sure those spillways are clear so that it doesn't cause more problems. Now, we can tell you that SEMD, they are monitoring the situation. They are prepared. They have a plan in case that this storm becomes more of a threat. And one thing, Britt, Freddie, my friends in studio, my viewers at home, do not get in this water. That was one thing they stressed last year during the historic flooding, that it might look like a fun picture to get in and show how deep it is, how deep a puddle is, but do not get in it. You don't know what's in the water, what is falling into the water. You don't know if there could be an electrical problem. So that is one big thing. I mean, Phil Johnson and I have been avoiding trying to get into these puddles because you never know what can be out here. So that's one thing, just to stay safe. So guys, we'll check it again with you in a little bit, and we'll kind of give you a live look as it gets lighter out here, what it really looks like and how the water is affecting people's commutes. As you can see, some of these cars coming by, you can see the water coming off of their light as they're driving down this busy intersection. So I'll send it back to you guys in studio, and we'll check in a little bit.
Thanks for that, Courtney. Thanks for keeping an eye on things for us. Well, stay with us. Much more Good Day Columbia coming up after the break, including more Food Friday.